Now, tonight's adventure into the unknown.
Okay, welcome to the intro. To episode 101.
Yes.
With comedian Tony Woods.
Yes.
The legendary comedian Tony Woods.
Hilarious, super nice guy, Tony Woods.
Affectionately known as the funniest motherfucker on the planet. You've seen him on like everything. But he's a hilarious dude from the DC area.
Uh-huh.
And
where they apparently have large, giant rats.
Yeah, we talk about rats, gigantic rats in this episode. We ended up talking to Tony as he was on his way to a get-together of fellow comedians for a friend of theirs, another comedian who had unexpectedly passed away.
Mm-hmm.
And he still took the time as he's driving on his way to this meeting, this gathering of comedians at a nightclub.
Right.
And he also continues to do the interview while he's in the club, like hanging out with his friends. And he did not have to do that.
Right.
But he did, and it was fun, and it was a pretty good time.
That's a committed dude right there.
Yeah, good dude. The audio is not ideal because he's on his phone part of the time he's driving, and it's on like speakerphone and whatnot, and then you can hear the background noise in the club when he gets there and everything, but you can understand what he's saying. It's not too terrible.
No, it's not too terrible.
But it's a good time. It's a good interview.
It was good.
It's a good hang with the legendary Tony Woods.
Shorty.
So, we hope you enjoy it because we sure as hell did. Our sponsors for this episode are Comics Watching Comics.
Yes, episodes 1 through 5 are now on Amazon. 5 just got put out. Season 7 through 8, they are now casting for possible stand-up comedian spots.
Yes. If you're not familiar with Comics Watching Comics, it's a TV show where seasoned comedians watch stand-up routines by more intermediary comics new to the game, and they critique them and bust their balls, shit like that. It's pretty funny. It's like they refer to it as like Mystery Science Theater meets Last Comic Standing.
Yes.
Kind of so check it out. It's definitely a fucking hilarious show. We're also sponsored by Sportsbook Box Office Podcast.
Yes, hosted by Kevin Goatee and Jeffrey Paul.
Yes, two comedians from the New York area who talk about sports and movies. Very knowledgeable dudes. They bust each other's balls, as comedians tend to do.
Mm-hmm. Do some shit talking.
Yeah. And you can find them on all the podcast platforms and social media outlets.
Yep.
Check it. Like it. Follow it.
All the things.
All right. Enjoy this episode of SARGE Approved with comedian Tony Woods.
Yeah.
Shut up and sit down.
Tony Woods is a one-of-a-kind comedic legend that is always in control of his audience. A seasoned veteran in the comedy business, Tony is recognized not only by his fans, but also his peers as one of the best and most engaging comedians in the business. Born in North Carolina and raised in the D.C. area, Woods kicked off his career as an original member of Russell Simmons' Def Comedy Jam on HBO and P. Diddy's Bad Boys of Comedy.
Welcome to SARGE Approved. What's up, Frenzy?
What's up?
We have a guest tonight that I know we're both pretty damn excited about.
Yeah, this is the only thing that's gotten me through my day after the Vikings loss and the fucking blizzard that's been happening in Minnesota. We have comedian Tony Woods.
Yes. Tony, you
are...
Do I talk, man? You are... Yes. You are... me and Frenzy are both big comedy fans. And all we ever hear is that Tony Woods is a legendary comedian, and out of the words of many of the big national headliner comedians out there, they refer to Tony Woods as the funniest motherfucker on the planet.
Fuck out of here. What planet?
This planet.
Earth.
This one right here.
Okay, yeah. I'll go with that one.
I'll go with that one.
But we say that with 100% honesty. That is what we hear. That you are the funniest fucker on the planet. You're a comedy legend.
That's what. Obviously, none of those people work in the industry in Hollywood.
No, you have your reputation precedes you. You've been in comedy for what is it?
A little while.
A little while.
At least a month or two.
Just a few minutes.
Yeah, a couple minutes.
Just started.
It's been a minute.
Just started.
But yeah, that's honestly what
I'm trying to get my footing in this bullshit.
Yes.
Still figuring it out.
Oh, I'm not parking right here. They got a parking spot right in front of the place.
Don't do it.
Hell to the no.
No, don't do it.
No, because the cops be right there when you come out.
Yep.
They go, that guy look like he drank 45.
What's your drink of choice?
I usually drink like this drink called Grand Marnier because it's real thick. It's thick and syrupy.
Yep.
Grand Marnier.
Yeah.
That's like a liqueur, like a
Yeah, it's a tangerine liqueur.
Yeah. It is syrupy.
Maybe
it's like cough medicine, not in taste, but in like texture.
Yeah, texture. That's what I already said.
Don't they use that in like
Gets
simple
thick.
syrup? Do they use that to make simple syrup?
I said it's like a cough syrup that coats your throat.
Yeah, and it's made with like bitter orange and sugar.
So,
they use that a lot in cooking.
That's right. Yeah, it's got that.
Yeah, and I tell you, it was a tangerine liqueur, but you guys keep changing it to some other shit. But hey,
it's actually a blend of a cognac and a brandy. So if you're like,
I know what it is, I drink it.
That's fucking
But
fancy
listen,
right there.
if y'all want to tell me what it is, that's cool.
if you're like, do you have Hennessy? And we're like, the restaurant, a bar is like, no, we don't know of cognac. Oh, do you have Cavassier? No, that's still a cognac.
You can always tell when they say we don't have any cognac, that means we don't want your kind here, bud. But get out of here.
Where
what's that movie? Remember that movie? What was the name of it? Home Alone.
Yeah, Home Alone.
And he said, "Get out of here, you filthy animal."
Yeah.
Macaulay Culkin.
Get out of here.
Merry Christmas,
Get out
you
of
filthy animal.
Yeah.
And a Happy New Year. Tony, where are you coming to us from tonight?
I'm coming in from Washington D.C., man.
D.C. And you got your start in
And
D.C.
like how long do we get down?
We are willing to get down for as long as you. We just let it roll.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I was going to go and meet with everybody. Because I didn't plan on Joe dying. I'm sure Joe didn't either.
Well, no, nobody did.
Yeah. I have yet to meet somebody who has scheduled their passing.
Yeah, I know, man. But Joe, that's my man. Hold up. I'm out of the car now. Now here comes the other challenge. Walking down the street. Because, you don't understand, I'm in Washington, D.C. in an area called Adams Morgan. And it has more rats than enough.
Really?
And rats, yeah, man, they just jump out like, what's up, dog? They're not like New York rats who hide out in the shadows like dun, 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 dun.
Like
now,
ninjas?
Yeah, they just run right out like, what's up, man?
No fear.
Yeah, they just run like, got something to eat, shorty?
Ooh, we used to.
Okay, I'm gonna stop clowning, man. Let's get serious. Like,
I saw some gigantic rats when I was over in Iraq. We spent most of my days were spent right in Baghdad, and I swear there were rats that were the size of fucking kittens, like big.
Yes.
Big
Did you
rats.
ever? Were you near Bahrain? I was in Bahrain, right on the Hospital Mercy ship.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, just in any shipyard, there's lots of big ones. But hey, man, we're not here to talk about that.
Well, there's an article about someone said that they saw 13 rats in 20 minutes in that area that you're in right now in D.C.
Yes.
13 in 20 minutes.
Can break that record.
Jeez. Why, though, I wonder?
That's weird. Yeah, you think of New York as the rat city.
Yeah.
And look, and everybody's eating.
Right, they're eating on the street. They're eating tacos.
Eating on the
pizza
street
and
at
shit.
like, they always go, you want something to eat? Not at all, shorty.
There's this documentary.
Oh, I call everyone shorty.
I love it.
There's this documentary
Everybody,
on Netflix.
Shorty is anyone other than myself, unless I'm speaking in third person.
Okay.
But note to self: if you ever have a meeting with a guy named Stu Smiley, who used to be the head of comedy programming on HBO,
Yeah.
don't start the meeting off with "What's up, shorty?" Don't do that.
He doesn't like
He's
that?
a little man.
Oh.
He's a little man.
He's a Napoleon
He
complex.
says, "What's up, Tally?" He goes, "How you doing, Tally?" I'm like, "Nah, I ain't mean it like that, man. Ain't got nothing to do with height." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but isn't shorty supposed to be? Isn't that supposed to be referring to a female?
No, that's in Atlanta. That's down south.
Oh, okay.
It's
Like
those countries bad.
go shorty, it's a birthday.
I can't keep track of the
that's
colloquialisms, and different
We gon'
geographical
party
areas.
like it's a birthday.
We're coming from Minnesota right now. Can you tell?
Minnesota.
Can you
I
tell?
love Minnesota.
Can you tell?
We've got probably what 10 inches of snow almost today.
We got at least a foot.
In a
just
day.
dumped
Yeah,
on
not
us.
good. Not good for rats.
No, not good for rats. We don't have
Rats
rats here.
don't like
we don't have
that.
to worry about that.
No,
Polar
right.
bears like that shit.
Yeah, polar bears like that shit.
Every once in a
Bears
while,
like that shit.
every once in a while, there's a polar bear sighting. We're like, what the fuck?
Mhm.
Just throw a steak out the window. Get out of here. Get.
And this place I'm going to, there's a comedy club. There's one called Shenanigans, where they do comedy on Monday night, and another place across the street called Madam's Organ in Adams Morgan.
It's called what? Madam's Organ.
Madam's Organ?
It's called Madam's Organ, and it's
Organ?
in Adams Morgan.
Oh,
The area is called Adams Morgan.
Which organ?
I looked up Adam's
Boom, what's
Morgan,
up?
the
What's
rap
up,
problem.
Shorty? What's up, man? How you doing? How you feel, baby? What's up, man? How you doing, man, bro? I'm good. What's up? Hey, man. I'm in the middle of an interview. Hey, y'all coming in? Yeah. Hello. I'm walking into the club. Isn't this exciting?
Yeah.
I love it.
The band is setting up on one floor. So I'm sure you Googled this place too. What's up, buddy? What's up, baby? How you feel, man? Happy New Year, man. All right.
Yeah, what's the name of it?
I'm popular.
You are
It's called Madam's Organ.
Madam's Organ. Okay.
These listeners seem to like these
see it, yeah.
mobile podcasts we've been doing.
I see it. It's a blues bar.
Yeah.
Blues
it's
bar and
nice.
soul
It's
food.
very rough.
They have live music 7 nights
Yeah.
a week.
Yeah.
And
As a
4
matter of fact,
levels.
those are the band members I was just talking to.
Oh, that's cool.
So now I'm on the second floor where they have the music.
Ooh. Yeah, there's 4 levels with 5 bars. They do drunk okie,
Oh,
which is
that's
like
perfect.
What's up,
karaoke.
man?
You can't do karaoke sober.
What's up, man?
Redheads always drink half-price beer, wine, and real liquor. So if you're a ginger,
What?
Yeah.
you should show
And
up
up here
there.
they have comedy and magic. Second floor.
And gingers drink on a discount.
Mm-hmm.
That is beautiful.
Yeah.
And so I just had to let them know I was here. Now I'm going in the back to finish my interview.
Okay.
No, I'm with you guys.
Yeah, keep it on.
I love it.
Keep it quiet.
Can I? Right.
Is that a Philly fan in the background?
My bartender's not working. My bartender's not working. That man got to pay for it. Hey, my man, look, he won't even come on. What's up, man? Can I get a Guinness? You guys drink Guinness, right?
Ugh, no.
It's too thick.
No. I do not like dark beer.
We're vodka or whiskey people.
Yes.
Well, no, I drink Guinness. If I drink beer, I drink Guinness.
The last time I had a Guinness was when I turned 21 and I had one of those Irish car
Car
bombs.
bombs. Ugh.
Yeah. You ever done that?
Boom
Oh, I
shack.
did one of those
Yeah.
on my 21st
Yeah,
birthday.
I've done that, yeah.
I did 2 of those
I've
back
done
to
them in
back.
Ireland. How about that?
That's
yeah.
even better.
Yeah.
If you like Guinness, going to Ireland and having a Guinness would probably be the best fucking thing ever.
I bet you the Irish over there are like, Guinness fucking sucks.
Yeah, they're
No,
like,
they love it over
Do
there.
they
they
love
love
it?
it.
I performed at a club called the Empire Theater in Belfast. And I've done the Kilkenny Festival, and I've done gigs with Shannon and Galway, stuff like that.
So you've obviously traveled all over the world. What's one of your favorite places to visit and do what you do?
I guess I would have to say Amsterdam.
Yeah.
And Australia.
Okay.
Yeah. Do they still let Americans smoke weed over in Amsterdam? Tourists?
They let us do what?
Do they still let tourists smoke weed in Amsterdam?
Yeah, everybody smokes weed. You can smoke weed in D.C. now.
Oh,
because D.C. is, we on there, so it's all good.
I thought I had heard something. I thought I had heard that there are some kind of restrictions on tourists now smoking weed in Amsterdam.
Say what?
I thought I had heard something that they have some kind of.
That's how long it took for him to pour.
Really?
And now I'm outside with the mentalist. My man, what's up, y'all? My man. All right. Well, go ahead. Let's finish.
We're at. What was I saying?
Did we even start yet? I
had heard something about how they had restrictions recently on tourists smoking weed in Amsterdam. Like there's new restrictions. It's not like it always has been. Is that true? Or is that just?
I don't know nothing about that. I haven't been back in a few years.
Oh, okay.
Why would they do that?
I don't know. Like maybe, I thought it was something along the lines where tourists could only smoke in the shops. You couldn't just walk around with it, kind of thing. Well,
and in Amsterdam, it's different too. There's a lot more hashish than there is in. It's more...
The last time I was there, they were trying to say that there could be no coffee shops within X amount of meters of a school, and it's just like, shut up. There's schools everywhere, and then they said no smoking inside. Like you can smoke weed, but you can't smoke cigarettes. Like, come on.
Oh, really? So that's something that's
kind of... They were shooting themselves in the foot.
Yeah. Well,
that's what people... Yeah, nobody's here for the fucking cheese or the windmill, man.
No. Or the tulips.
I came to see the windmills.
They're here for the hookers and the... They're here for the hookers and the motherfucking... and the weed snicking.
The red light district.
Is the red light district any good?
You know what? Now that is a tourist thing. You just walk through, and you just laugh. You just look and you laugh. You have a good time. But you do see people actually going in. But it's usually like sailors and stuff from crazy navies, where their uniforms look like pajamas and shit.
Yeah. Well, apparently there's only 175 of these. Quote, I'm doing air quotes right now, coffee shops left, which is half the number that existed in the 90s.
Really? Well, how big is Amsterdam, population-wise?
Amsterdam is pretty big. I mean, they've got a major airport. I've been there a few times.
Amsterdam is the old New York.
Exactly.
Really? I wouldn't mind going to one of those cannabis cup competitions if they still do that in Amsterdam.
I've had some weed from that.
You got to imagine that's like
and almost OD'd on it.
Oh, I bet because
it was very potent.
It was
the weed that should have won the cannabis cup. But
yeah,
when you have a weed and you can afford celebrities.
Yeah.
So this particular year they had Redman and Snoop.
Oh,
and Redman and Snoop said, "This is it was like when Fred Flintstone and them did their little bake off that time.
Right.
Instead of using Brand X, they were supposed to use some other flour."
Mm-hmm.
Well, you gotta imagine
with the upside down Flint rubber bubble cake.
Right? I do remember that.
Everyone that's putting their weed into this competition, they're bringing the best possible shit that they've been trying to cultivate just for this cannabis cup.
Man.
So nobody's bringing
this shit we smoke.
Weed.
Yeah, no one's bringing Schweig.
Go.
And how do you, as a judge, how do you even stay conscious? Testing out, taste testing all this weed.
I don't know.
Well, it's kind of like when you go to pick out a new cologne or a new perfume. That's the reason why the stores have coffee beans and shit that you can try and get your nose to smell different things because you get used to it.
Yeah. They have I think you're supposed to. I think they do a little humidifier thing, you breathe in.
Yeah.
And it clears you, but fuck, you're already high. So
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
One hit off of the first thing you taste tested, you're probably just blitzed.
And you can't recall which one's better.
Yeah, I'm already
You almost
high.
have to do them on a different
but
day. Like this day, I'm smoking
if somebody
this one.
gives you,
Yeah.
if somebody flies you over and gives you money and all that shit, you go,
Right.
you know what? I think you have the best weed.
You have the best weed ever.
The fucking cannabis cup is corrupt even? God damn it.
So to go back to your question
Yes,
previously,
it is.
the current population in Amsterdam right now is 1.1 million.
Oh shit, yeah, that's big.
And that's just, and it's a city that you can get around on bicycles and scooters, man. That's the best thing about it, man. You ride around on bicycles and scooters and all
You don't
that
have to have a
bullshit
car.
about hookers. There are hookers, don't get me wrong. There are hookers. But when you're over there as a comedian, you don't need that. You're an American celebrity. Hello, and welcome to Movie Phone.
Yeah.
Why don't you tell me the name of the movie you'd like to see?
Them Dutch chicks just
Yes,
love
exactly.
a comedian from America, I bet, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, they're used to doing whatever they do for
They're,
random.
they're sick of that Dutch dick. They want some American dick.
Yeah. They're like, why are you always
Well,
wearing
I didn't
wooden
get that
shoes?
graphic, man. I just meant like for a nice ride through the park on your bicycle.
Okay.
Perverted.
Yeah,
You're
you're trying
so
you're trying to get to know someone on a personal level.
Yeah.
Go pick some tulips.
Well, what's going on, fellas? Listen, I'm gonna tell you something. I'm supposed to have a travel show. Been working on it for eons,
Yes.
but now we may have somebody who may want to pick it up and stuff.
Really?
So
That's exciting.
it might be pretty good.
What kind of travel show?
It's just me going all over the world.
Like
Because I
eating
make
food?
fun of the things I encounter. So
Okay.
it'll be like me talking about the food, the drink, the activities that people do, and
Right.
just, you know.
I like it.
How badass
The
would
purpose
that
of a show like that is to make people get off the couch and go to a place like that.
Yeah.
And
Well, yeah.
And most of the time when you see travel shows, it's like somebody telling you about the oldest church and all of this other stuff. And Or,
Right.
all right, man. Or either they're eating fish eyeballs or some crazy shit.
Fish eyeballs.
You know.
Or they're like, you can spend $5,000 an hour and sleep on the canopy in the middle of the ocean
And
with
nobody-
stairs in
yeah.
Bora Bora. Like nobody fucking
Yeah,
does
nobody
that.
wants to do that
you
shit.
get you get a bunch of free vacations. How awesome is that?
That is awesome, Lee.
And the idea, I like
That
the
is.
idea.
So how long you guys been doing comedy?
We don't
And how'd
do
you guys find out about me?
We're serious when we're big fans of comedy. We have a lot of comedians on here, and from comedians that are still trying to get their name out there to comedians that are nationally known headliners.
we have a common friend,
Yeah.
Frank James, we got to know, and he's been on our show.
Oh yeah, Frank James.
Frank James.
Who?
Frank James.
Frankie.
Frank James. So
Yeah.
y'all know Frank James.
Frank
Yeah.
J.
He told you all about me, right?
He didn't actually. We
hear from dudes.
Like, you're funny, so
we-
we know who you are.
We hear from dudes like Bert Kreischer and Tom Segura and all those dudes about how you're the funniest motherfucker in the planet.
Boom Shaka. While they sit back in their mansions and go, look at old Tony out there. Look
That's
at old
awesome.
Tony. How's the soup line, Tony? I'm joking. But yeah,
We
that's
are.
what's up, man. We missed
Yeah.
it. We probably missed the best part when I was driving and shit.
Yeah, we did. I know.
I think I got
That's
some
all right.
of
No.
it.
I think we got some of it recorded.
We just started rolling. Yeah, we called Tony and he was getting in the car, and you're on your way to this club because what was your friend's name? The comedian that passed.
Oh, Joe Recca.
Joe Recca, yeah.
Big up to Joe Recca. Joe Recca.
Joe Recca.
Joe Recca was funny. Yeah, because he was angry.
He's
He was a
an
Christian
angry.
comedian.
Oh, really? So
He
clean.
was angry. Yeah.
Just an
He was
angry
clean.
Christian.
He didn't start out clean.
But
But
switched
he
over.
figured, you can make more money as
Yeah.
a so-called Christian comedian.
Oh, smart. He's a businessman.
A businessman. Yes, he was.
So you've been doing comedy for quite a while. We talked about
Yeah, since the 80s.
yeah, and so you're one of the seasoned veterans. You know how everything works. How old were you when you kind of decided you wanted to
When
be
I
a
started, I think I was 23.
Jeez.
Did that just kind of come out of the blue? Or what made you want to even try comedy?
No. Hello?
Yeah.
I washed my hands, y'all. I was in the bathroom.
I was just going to say, I just thought I heard the toilet flush. That's
Is he
awesome.
taking a shit?
No, I think it's just
No, that wasn't me.
This is
okay.
This is our new segment called Poop Time with Tony Woods.
No, it wasn't no poop time. So you don't want to poop in this ass.
Just hand washing.
Did y'all get a virtual tour of the club? When you looked at it?
Did you pull it up?
But when you come here, when you come to DC, you have to come to this space.
I would love to. I'm thinking I might dye my hair red because they get half off stuff. Half price beer, wine, and real liquor if you're a redhead.
You gotta have freckles. That's how they.
No, they didn't say anything about freckles.
No. Don't know you're not a real ginger.
Okay, I'm looking at.
So how can we make this podcast like jump right now? What should we say? Should we say some?
You should
crazy
go.
shit?
You should go talk. If you have any, obviously you probably have a bunch of friends there. You should go talk to somebody and ask them a question, and then we can
fuck them.
have them be on the show. No.
How about this?
It's like no, I want this all to be about
Hey
me.
y'all, I'm getting interviewed right now. They're out of Minnesota. Minnesota, right?
Yep.
Yes. Okay.
Minnesota.
What's the name of your show?
Sarge approved.
What is it?
Sarge approved.
Sarge approved.
And you've got
'Cause
Sarge,
he was in the Army,
and then you got Frenzy, myself. I was not in the Army.
All right. And she said I should talk to some of the comedians. I'm like, nah, fuck them. This is my interview. Shit, get your own motherfucking interview, Jordan. They said they ain't got shit to say. But I'm glad they out here because everybody knows my fear of rats. And when I'm out here by myself, rats will go, what's up, dog? They'll pop right out.
I have a fear of rats too. The first time I went to New York City, I was with my mom and my son. We went to Central Park and we were playing in the park because my son was like 5 at the time. And the whole time I was on this vacation, I kept turning around, envisioning just a giant rat like taking over me and like attacking me.
Well, in Central Park, I know in Central Park, like I used to rollerblade a lot. So you go through Central Park,
yeah,
and like as soon as the sun starts to go down, they go, "What's up?" You know, it's time for y'all to get the fuck out the park.
Exactly. We were taking, and I thought it was cool because my son was actually playing in a park in Central Park, and I thought that was the coolest thing. And we're sitting on a bench, like doing the total like selfie thing, and all of a sudden I heard this fucking giant rat behind us in the leaves, like making noise, and I turned around, and this thing was the size of a possum. Or maybe a raccoon.
Yes.
It was huge. And I was like, okay, cool. Just experienced my first rat, I guess. Like, what? Like, I don't even know. So,
because once they get too big to be on the subway, they come into the park.
Is that why? But, so the park, but then where you're at in D.C., like, what makes that such a haven for the rats?
Well, I don't know. I guess because it's gangs of restaurants in this area. And then D.C. just got the new subway. And the rats here have no etiquette, do they? It's not like New York rats kind of hide against the wall in the shadow. These motherfuckers like right out in the middle, salsa dancing. Like, what's up, bitches?
Yeah, like the New York City rats, I feel like are more like Splinter, where they're hiding in the shadows. They're ninjas. But the Adams Morgan rats may be more selfish and just like, we're gonna fuck with people. I don't know.
And this weather, I like how y'all talk. I don't know. Don't you know? It's almost Canadian. Don't you know?
We're close to Canada.
We're pretty damn close.
We're in Minneapolis.
Yeah, well, the friend of mine I know, she lives there, and I call her Nana of the North because we spend time together, and she always has the air on. I'm like, what the? And she took her daughter to Disney. She took her 2 daughters to Disney.
Yeah.
And I was talking to her on the phone, and it was real hot. And her daughter goes, how can people live like this? Like, this is called good. This is heat. This is good. This is a good thing. But, I guess if you grow up in that,
well, we
climate,
still get, our summers still get like 100 degrees.
It's hot as fuck in the summer.
But it's freaking super humid.
It's
like
humid.
You take a shower, your air conditioning is on to like probably 35 degrees when you leave your house. You go outside, you instantly start sweating, and you're like, why did I even take a shower? Like, this is pointless.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been there when it's summertime and the people are jumping into the little lakes everywhere, jumping off bridges,
Jumping off bridges.
Just make us sound like crazy people.
But no, not. It's like those little bridges where you could just like those little stone bridges you guys have all over the place.
Yeah.
And people jump off of those.
Cliff jumping.
It's like, hey, man,
we don't have stone bridges all over the place.
Like, we have one downtown.
Like
where I was, man.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Don't mess up the interview. Come on, dog. Come on, Sarge.
So when you
what
visited
E5? What were you, E5, Sarge?
Yeah, E5. When I got out.
I made E3 3 times, man.
3 times.
Did he get bumped back a couple times?
I got bumped back a lot. But listen, I was a surgical assistant. I was the best one at it. So every time my LPO, that's like leading petty officer, would bust me down.
Mm-hmm. I was
telling my doctor, I'm like, I can't work with you.
Was
He's
it
like,
for?
why? I said, because I'm an E1. And so he would get a replacement. And then like by the middle of the day, or sometimes right in the middle of surgery, he would have the chief come in and go, I want to give him a meritorious E3 right now. Boom. He says, no, you know what? Give him meritorious E. He said, give him meritorious E5 because I know you're going to bust him by the end of the month. Boom.
Give you a little extra bumper.
That's crazy. So you had to work at hospital. You obviously must have been working in hospitals if you were a medic, or were you just doing...
I worked in clinics and hospitals.
Hospitals. Okay.
Did you get busted down because you were joking around and fucking around? Not because...
No, not joking around. Just stupid shit. Like, bringing people in. When I got duty, you got overnight duty. And then, somebody might come by and go, he had a girl here. Oh, come on, son.
Yeah.
Nobody was here. Yeah. I was a young man. Whoa.
Luckily, that was before the video cameras were installed.
I never got busted down or any rank, but I was constantly getting smoked by my drill sergeants and shit because...
Two of my close friends just came out here. Have you ever heard of Eddie Bryant?
Eddie Brandt?
He's from D.C. Eddie
Bryant.
And I can't pronounce it. And Algiers. Like the place.
Oh, Algiers. That sounds... I know that
too. Yeah, they're both comedians from D.C. and they're very good. And I'm sure they would love to be on your podcast at one time. They had Frankie J. Look, now they go, yeah, we want to be on.
Tony Woods.
I love it.
Tony Woods vouches for him. They got to be legit.
We're down.
Yeah, if Tony Woods vouches for him, it's got to be legit.
Yeah.
This is a beautiful code. Look at that. We're here to celebrate the passing of a very good friend of ours.
I know. You guys are it'll be good. It's a celebration. Just remember that.
I've told you multiple times that I want my funeral to be a party.
Yeah, you want to be blown up in a firework.
Yeah. And make it so bad, see, I feel like I keep dodging bullets because all my friends who keep dying don't drink, smoke, or nothing.
Really?
All these motherfuckers, they say stuff like, I'm going to go home and get some rest. What is that, Jordy?
Isn't that funny how sometimes you'll see somebody who they've smoked 3 packs of cigarettes a day for 40 years. They drink.
Not even cigarettes. This guy's smoking a Black and Mild. That's a cigar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, I mean, people who smoke all day, every day, drink all day, every day, never exercise, they just treat their body like shit, and they live to be 90-something.
I know. That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
So, Tony, you've obviously traveled a lot of places, and I'm excited to have your travel show come to fruition. I would totally watch that shit all day. What is the most favorite thing that you've ever eaten or put in your mouth on your travels?
Put in your mouth.
I guess it would be in China when I ordered some kind of fish of the day, and the guy came to the table and go like that, like what the like he had it in the bag. I'm like, dude, I didn't want to meet the goddamn fish. But it was a fish soup, and it was damn delicious. It was the best shit ever. But I don't remember what it was called.
Fish soup?
It was some kind of a fish soup, but like they said, like it's a really, like you got to cook it just right or you could die.
Where were you?
But they didn't tell me that after I ate it.
Like that.
I was in Shanghai.
Shanghai.
Oh, but in Dubai, I ate some fantastic food in Dubai.
What was it?
I didn't even know.
There's a Shanghai fish head soup recipe.
Ugh, gross.
Say what?
There's a Shanghai fish head soup recipe that I googled.
Oh. No, this wasn't like a little hut. This was a really nice face. He take his shoes off and sit on pillows.
Oh, that's cool. Like in Karate Kid.
Butt naked.
Yeah,
And
like
then,
in Karate Kid, the second
in
one.
Melbourne, we ate at one of those Korean barbecues where you cook your own food.
You eat it.
Yeah.
But what kind in Melbourne? What kind of food was it? Like kangaroo?
No, I never ate. They've offered that. I don't want to.
They eat kangaroo. It's like a person.
Have you ever seen?
But I tell you, let me see. Ostrich. I ate ostrich in Amsterdam.
And ostrich is supposed to be really good for you.
It looks like beef.
Yeah.
But it tastes like poultry. It's dope.
Tastes like chicken.
Yeah. Big ass chicken.
Huh.
A poultry like a better chicken.
Like
buffalo's like a better cow.
Right. Yep.
It's got to be big.
Ground bison is better.
Big. Here's what I'm curious about, Tony Woods. I would like to hear a story about the worst one-night comedy gig experience you've ever had. The worst. One-nighter.
I can't think of it right now. Durham, North Carolina, I performed in a place that's a brewery. And I don't think brewery beers are for, like, where they make their own beer. It's not for women. Because the women are, like, crazy. And I told a joke about Lou Rawls, and someone started crying and chased me around the room. And everybody thought it was so funny, but nobody would grab her. Yeah.
Bad security?
Come to find out, they had seen Lou Rawls in Vegas, and Lou Rawls had fucked her mom.
Oh, shit. Wow.
Yeah, what are the chances?
That's crazy.
But this is in the late '80s.
Okay.
In this happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I said I was in Durham, North Carolina, and I was black, and the whole crowd was white, and it was bad time for you to grab a white woman and go, get this bitch off me. So I just ran. But I kind of ran too wild because I would like act like she was gonna catch me, then hit her with a little fake and stuff, and she fell one time, and I had to pick her up and then run again. And it was terrible.
Well, that was nice of you to pick her up.
Is that probably your worst like heckler experience?
Ain't the worst. No, she wasn't heckling me. She just was upset that I said some shit about Lou Rawls.
And she was drunk and crazy.
But there's been some rough ones, Shorty.
I
think the worst night was the night I worked with Jeff Dunham, and Jeff Dunham had to go, and so he says, "You take my money, I'll take your money. You close." I'm like, "All right." I thought he was afraid of me. Oh yeah.
Oh
that
man.
was he did 20 minutes. He was getting standing ovations in the first 2 minutes.
And then you got to follow.
Then he brought out. Then I had to follow that 45 minutes. Ooh, it was a long 45 minutes.
Fuck.
But by the time I was done, it was maybe like 12 people in the audience.
Oh no!
Like the Howard fans. Yeah.
At least you're getting that Jeff Dunham money
out of
though.
like 300.
But you're still getting that Jeff Dunham money.
What's up, buddy? How you feel, man? I'm doing good. Happy New Year, man. What's up, man?
You on a cocktail? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm on the smoking deck. So
Ooh, I like
people
it.
are speaking.
Are you a smoker?
No, I'm not a smoker.
You're just
Does it sound like I'm
just
smoking?
visiting. No. You're just visiting.
Okay, nah, I ain't smoking. Just visiting, yeah. Because it's the only quiet place. The band is playing, the comedy is playing. Yes, I did. I went to Morgan for a party. Get off me. Yeah. No, they're talking about their little college bullshit. So I had to jump in.
I love it. So, hey, I have to ask you, are you an NFL football fan? Do you pay attention?
Not really, but I mean,
Not
hey,
really?
big up to Minnesota.
I don't want to talk about it. I really don't, but...
Hey, man, they made it close enough, you know what I'm saying? The Redskins was watching the game.
It just sucked, and honestly, my biggest thing is it would have been awesome to see your hometown team play in their hometown Super Bowl, and if we would have lost the Super Bowl, I don't care. But...
the Super Bowl's going to be in Minnesota?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fucked up.
I know.
Hey, I didn't know that. Did y'all know that the Super Bowl's going to be in Minnesota? That's fucked up.
I know.
They're from Minnesota.
It's been 26 years since it's been here.
It's been 26 years since it's been here, and
okay.
no team has ever played in their home stadium. I know. It's depressing. Plus, we got like 47.
Don't worry about it. It ain't
inches of
depressing.
snow. Well, kind of.
So all y'all, of course, gonna be pulling for the Patriots, right?
Fuck
Yes.
yeah, Phillies suck.
Yes.
Ugh, their fans are rude.
So how often are you traveling outside of the DC area? Are you still doing a lot
All
of
the
your...
time. I've been in San Antonio this weekend.
Oh, nice.
Beautiful. How often do you work in the DC area though?
Like whenever I'm home, I do something like a little like this is open mic night. So we all just came out here because we all wanted to celebrate Joe, but Joe don't drink or nothing like that. Joe didn't drink, but he was angry like an alcoholic.
So when you're at home and you're just kind of hanging out, if you decide you want to go sling some jokes or whatever, what are kind of your go-to places you just kind of show up to and hang out at?
My go-to place is a place called JoJo's.
JoJo's.
Google that. It's a jazz club.
Does it have an E or is it just JoJo?
As a matter of fact, I take all the comedians who come through town. I take them there if I'm in town. I take like Bill Bellamy there, Tom Papa, what's his name? Ben Bailey, CC Benny, Bert Kreischer. Let me see, some other ones. Dave Chappelle. Who else you heard of? Tommy Davidson. Tommy's from here though.
Oh, is he?
Me and Tommy grew up together. Me, Tommy, and Dave grew up in the same neighborhood. So
Really?
it must have been something in the water.
There was something in the water.
And he didn't start out doing stand-up, did he? That's something he got into later, like after In Living Color and shit?
No. Tommy started out, he was doing stand-up when we were 14 years old. Who told you that shit?
I thought he was more like
No. Tommy used to win all the fucking talent shows in our neighborhood doing Michael Jackson and all that shit. But he was always doing impersonations too. So he was an animal.
He's just some great impersonations.
Mm-hmm.
Is he still doing stand up then? Right now? I haven't heard.
Yeah, he's on tour right now. He's doing like a lot of the chicken wing tours, what we call a chicken circus.
Nice. We've got to try to plan something.
Good.
When you're actually in the DC area, because we've got an open invitation to come stay at Frank James's place. We'll probably crash in his man cave.
Oh, because Frank James' house is outstanding. So you don't understand. His house is bigger than most nightclubs.
He's got a badass man cave. That man cave downstairs in his basement.
Yes. Oh, did you see his man cave?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's got a small theater in it.
I know.
As a matter of fact, when we hang out, sometimes we always end up at Frank James' house. They said. Frankie J said that when they come to town, they can stay at his house. Hell yeah, he wouldn't even know you was there.
I know. They used his fucking house to film episodes of all these TV series that he's on.
Yeah, and when we had him on...
the most hospitable place to stay would be to stay with what's his guy, Eddie Bryant. That's the place right there.
Yeah. Well, maybe we can do a mixture. We can switch it up. Like when we had Frank James on the show, he was doing a video and he was showing us like, this is messed up.
He did like a Cribs episode.
Yeah, he did a Cribs episode basically with us. That was awesome.
We'll have to come out that way when we know you're gonna be home, and go check out JoJo's.
So do y'all want to y'all only do this on Mondays?
No, we don't have a set schedule. We work around the days.
Want to do it again? Want to do it again tomorrow?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's a good time?
Because they're calling me to go on stage.
Yeah, you go do what you got to do, and we can continue tomorrow.
Yeah, enjoy
just,
the night.
Just shoot me a message and we'll figure it out. But you go enjoy and celebrate.
All right.
Celebrate. Have fun.
Thank you. I love y'all so much.
Yeah, thank you, Tony. We appreciate it, man.
No, I love y'all. This is the first podcast I've done this year.
Oh, that's awesome.
Thank you. We love you too. We love it.
Man. Enjoy the night.
All right.
Celebrate your friends.
One love, y'all.
All right. Talk to you later.
All right. Later, man.
Peace, man.
Bye.
That's a wrap, Frenzy.
It is time for the outro.
Wrap it up.
Wrap up.
That was fun. Absolutely had a blast talking with legendary comedian Tony Woods. I'm sure he loves that we refer to him as legendary.
Yeah, he doesn't like it. But he is.
But he is. He fucking is.
I know. It's amazing.
The dude's like Dave Chappelle's mentor. He came up in the comedy scene with people like Dave Chappelle and, what was his name?
Your mom?
My mom. He did. My mom started her illustrious comedy career with Tony Woods.
Yeah, I knew it.
Davidson. What's his name? Tony Davidson or Tim Davidson. Can't remember what it was.
It's moot at this point. But he was an absolutely awesome guest. Super kind and genuine. And like he was going to a memorial to celebrate a fellow comedian's, to celebrate his death, apparently.
No.
And still took the time to chit-chat with us, so that's pretty badass.
Yeah, I was...
He could have canceled.
I was very surprised. Yeah, he went out of his way. He had the get-together, basically like a wake.
Yeah.
Celebration of a close comedian friend's death, and he still made the time for us.
Mm-hmm.
He's a good dude. So, yeah. The audio was a bit up and down because he was in the middle of like a party scene. All his friends
was at the
and
club.
stuff were around at the club. But yeah, great time, and we're gonna have him back on definitely.
Yeah, we were working on getting a part 2 thing happening, but it just didn't work out schedule wise. So he'll be on again for sure,
without a doubt. We would like to thank our sponsors for this episode.
Yes.
Comics Watching Comics.
Yes, you can find them on all of the media platforms, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. They also are on Amazon Video, obviously, duh. Season 5 just got released, and the Season 7 and 8 are being taking candidates to be on the show.
Yes, exciting.
So if you have more than 3 years of comedy experience behind your belt, go ahead and submit some stuff.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing the new batch of young comedians come on these new episodes. And I'm really hoping that a friend of ours, fellow Minnesota native comedian, battle rapper, who's now in Texas, Angelo Vesho, is interested in trying to try out for that show.
Yeah,
so
that'd be awesome.
That would be badass if he makes it on there, and we get to see him sling some jokes.
Yeah, he's funny as fuck.
Fuck yeah, he is legit. I could see him just slaying anybody else that is on that show for whatever season he ends up being on.
Yeah, and he'll end up winning whatever season he gets to be on, and that'll be like our redemption for the Vikings not going to the Super Bowl.
No, it won't even be close. Not even close. Sorry, Vesh, we love you, dude, but it's not the same as the Vikes going to the Super Bowl.
We'll see.
But yeah, looking forward to that. And we'd also like to thank our sponsor for this episode, the Sportsbook Box Office Podcast.
Yes, hosted by Kevin Goatee and Jeffrey Paul.
Yes, you can find them on all those social media platforms and podcast platforms. Sportsbook Box Office. It's a good podcast.
It is. That's 2 New York comedians chatting about movies and sports and giving each other shit, busting each other's balls.
Constantly.
It's a good time.
All right. Things to look forward to. Awesome guests to look forward to on the SARGE Approved podcast. We've been scaling down the episodes a bit, being a little more exclusive with the people we have on because shit takes time.
We just don't have time for everybody.
It takes time. The show's getting bigger, and it's more and more work, and we just can't. We don't have time to have 8 to 12 episodes a month anymore. So we're gonna do 1 a week. And the plan is to release them every Tuesday night and push it out across social media and all that during the day on Wednesdays.
Yep.
And so 1 a week, 4 a month, and then we plan on sprinkling in some like extra episodes in there too, just some kind of fun episodes where we don't have a designated guest.
Specific guest, right?
Yeah,
we just have fun with it.
Yeah, we just
get back to our roots.
Yeah, like a spin-off episode kind of thing. So look forward to that. But coming up to look forward in the month of February, we are going to have Dwayne Perro coming back on the show.
Yes, military veteran, entrepreneur, author,
He's got that new book he's going to tell us about, The Empowered Veteran.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a guidebook for veterans that are transitioning back into civilian life.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And yeah, the dude is doing all kinds of great things. He's a great guy. He's a friend of the show and a friend of ours. We love that guy, and we're happy that he's coming back on.
Mm-hmm.
And also, you can look forward to comedian Jim Florentine coming on. Yep. I'm excited about that. Jim Florentine, big fan of that dude. He is hilarious. You've seen him on all kinds of stuff. A lot of people know him from his time on Crank Yankers when he played the Special Ed. I think that was the character's name, Special Ed. He's like, yay, yay, I peed in your pool, yay.
Yeah.
And still trying to lock up John Heffron for this month.
Yep.
That'd be another huge one.
And we've got a date set for Kevin Farley. We got to meet and see perform this past weekend, which is fucking amazing.
I'm so pumped about that. Kevin Farley, if you don't know who he is, he's a hilarious comedian. He's the brother of the late Chris Farley. And wow.
Just an awesome, but not only is he's hilarious as shit, a super nice, genuine person.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he's from Wisconsin, too, and he's a Packers fan.
Yeah, fuck that.
I was like, I don't know if I can talk to you, but we ended up making it work. We figured it out.
Yeah, we went and saw him do a show at, he was in Minnesota this last weekend, and we went to the Joke Joint Comedy Club. He was doing shows all weekend, and we caught the late night Saturday show, and wow, he literally set that fucking club on fire.
It was amazing. I was laughing so hard, I was crying, and my stomach hurt, and my face hurt.
You're like hyperventilating. Yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't.
My face was literally hurting
I couldn't
laughing and smiling so much.
Yeah, it was awesome.
He killed it. I was not expecting that. This is the first time either of us have seen him do stand-up comedy, not only in person, but on any videos or anything like that, and wow, blew our fucking minds, made us laugh till we shit ourselves. And so we talked with him for a while after the show and everything, and great guy. And so really looking forward to having him on the show.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
Then we've got a survival guy on too. What was his name?
Yeah, Alfred Falker.
Falker, yes. And he's friends with some of the survivalists we've had.
Larry Roberts, I think, mainly, but other ones too.
Okay.
Very interesting guy, so we'll get to chat with him and see what he's up to.
Yes,
looking forward to that as well.
I love when we get these survival guys on because they always teach us something.
I know, I love learning stuff. That's
and
the
the
best.
survival ladies, Nicole Appelian,
Tracy
Wilson. Yes.
Yeah.
Some of those two chicks are probably more badass than some of the dudes we've had on.
For sure they are.
But yes, so February is going to be an awesome, awesome month for the show. And so look forward to that and for the shows we have coming up after that because we're going strong. We're not stopping.
Don't stop. Get it.
All right. We're going to play this episode out with a song by, you know it, one of our favorites.
Which we need to go see him perform because he does it often around our area. We just need to set up a time to go do it.
Cullah. Wisconsin native, one of our favorite musicians, and we've featured his songs on our show many times because we fucking love what he does. So this episode is going to be played out with a song by Cullah called Forbidden Blues.
Yeah. Right. Thanks for listening. Have an awesome, awesome day.
We love you.
Bye.
Later, fuckers.
I need you, but you're just out of reach. Every night by the night, I see a silhouette. It makes me shake and my palms sweat. by my bedside, I think I see a glimpse in your face. I lose every single breath of every single taste. I flower blooms wide every hour